Hello, I'm Miller Downey from Wednesday Lab Group 7 with our game, Iris, which is the word for rainbow in Latin. And to give you some more context to this name, this game puts you in the perspective as you, as an astronaut, trying to reclaim the three primary colors and bring back color to the barren universe that a black hole has caused. So let's just dive right in here. This is the menu screen that we have, and you have two options to play or to select a character. So let's do that right now. You can choose between Chibo or Chibi. And I think I'll go with Chibi today. Let's just dive right in here. So this is our little intro message that you get greeted with. So it starts off, and you can read the lore of our game. And as you read, you can listen to me tell you a little bit more about the inner workings of it. We basically wanted our progression system to revolve around bringing back color to the universe, and we thought, what better way than collecting the three primary colors that make up all of the color in our universe, right? So red, blue, and yellow, each corresponding with abilities, culminating in a boss battle where the mischievous black hole that you read about in this text is in the final level, and you need to dash, block, and time travel. Yes, you heard that right. Time travel in order to beat it. So, I personally really like the lore of this, especially with the Star Wars style scrolling that we have. And within this text, if you give it a quick little read, you can see a couple of Easter eggs pop out at you. So, one of them being Planet x86 as a reference to the Intel architecture commonly found in Windows program files. You can do x86 program files if you have an Intel chip. And there's some more in here, and I'll leave them for you to discover yourself. But for me, I just kind of want to read this right now. It's kind of hinting at a black hole chasing you, which brings you into my first level is the introductory level as Chibi, where he is running away from this black hole that has found him on this planet x86. And you are greeted with one ability, and it's to dash. But you don't really know how to dash yet, so the level will teach you how to do that. It'll fade to black, and it'll start my level. Perfect. Wonderful. So you can see here, we're being chased by this black hole. It's kind of ominous. And if you were to touch it, it'll do some damage to you. So as soon as we start to run away, the black hole will start to chase us. But I didn't want it to chase you immediately because if you don't really understand how to work it, I want you to be able to kind of quickly take in the scene without the black hole gearing down your throat yet. So as soon as we start to move, it'll chase us, as you can see here. So let's take a look. Let's start to run away. And depending on how fast you move, the black hole will chase you directly proportional to how fast you move. So I didn't make the parkour there. So let's retry. Now, you can see I've learned my lesson and I made it through the parkour. Just to demonstrate what would happen if you got hit by it, it kind of takes away your health slowly, and I don't really like that. So I don't like dying. I've had enough of it already. So let's dash away. There we go. You can dash in any direction, so we can go diagonally or vertically. Really anything to get this black hole to stop chasing us. So now that the user has kind of grasped the kind of core mechanics of dashing, I think they're ready for level 2, which we'll jump into right here.
Hello and welcome to level 2, where we are stuck now on a spaceship. And as it tells you right here, that the spaceship is overweight and you might have a chance to save it. And let's just jump into the level right away, where we're now in a random place and we have a little NPC ahead of us. We'll go walk up to him and he'll tell us that the overweight ship and collect items and bring them to me, to the NPC, of course. And your inventory only fits one at a time. Hurry and avoid the mob's pallets to save the ship. So we understood the task. We might as well jump right into it. We also have the dash from the previous level where we could go back and forth quickly and in all directions. And we need to make sure to avoid the mob shooting pellets at us. So at the current state of the game, you cannot attack these mobs. You can only try to dodge it. See, if I took some damage right here, that's a ton of damage. I'll give you another example. My health bar goes down. But let's try to make sure that we don't die and keep the video short for everybody. Um, I'm sure Miller in the previous video, the previous level, is showing you how when you die, you get the restart menu. You can either press restart or quit. And you also can choose between different characters who give you different abilities you can play between. So in future levels, you'll see that you could actually do more than just avoid the mob. At the current state, you are required to jump around, dash, and try to take as little damage as possible. That'll be it for this level.
So welcome to my level, level 3, after Mo's level. After saving the ship, we caused an accidental gas leak in our ship. So my level is going to take place at a planet nearby, and we're going to try to get a gas tank for our ship. So after unlocking the red color on Mo's level, this planet is actually infested with a bunch of red enemy birds that feed off to this gas tank as fuel, and they will shoot bullets, fireballs at you, and try to stop you from taking their source of food. And part of the challenge on this level is to not only navigate through the terrain here, but to dodge the fireballs these birds will shoot at you at the same time. And you can't fall off here, or else you will die. So we're gonna try to navigate through this, jump through the terrain here, and before I get to the blue the gas tank, I can actually hop on these birds and use my spin attack ability, which you unlock in this beginning of this level. Uh, that ability does is basically if I stay on top of or get in contact with an enemy mob, it will just continuously spin and kill them. So now we killed the birds. That's kind of the combat part of my level. Now I reached this the blue gas tank, and this is the NPC dialogue of my level. I can collect this blue gas tank, and what it tells me is to bring back the spaceship. But however, at the end of that, the birds are now really mad, so you're gonna have to escape their attacks, that increase attacks, and bring it back to the ship. So now that's basically my level.
So welcome to the cutscene right before level 4. In the previous level, we were transporting gas, so we basically inhaled it and started hallucinating and become trapped in our minds. And this hints at that. Nothing in this level is real, but maybe there will be a new ability unlocked in this level. Maybe pressing F will unlock that ability. Unlike other levels, when you cut to my scene, it will show the entirety because you have to solve these puzzles. You have to notice these signs. You have to figure out what they mean. So that's one of the key aspects of this level is solving puzzles. There's also obviously terrain navigation because there's platforming here, and there's also obstacles avoidance because if I hit these gray bombs too many times or if I fall to the bottom, let me show you that real quick. If I fall to the bottom here, I will start taking damage pretty rapidly and I will die as well. Same thing with the monster. When the monster starts chasing you, as soon as it touches you, it pushes you because you cannot be behind it. So there's more of a time pressure as well to be really quick. So it's kind of a time-based challenge as well. I see it's pushing me, it's doing damage to me, right? Some of the key things in this level are noticing these, the problem solving, and like the overall challenge really is to navigate from one end to the other while not taking too much damage, but also doing it quickly enough because if you don't do it quickly enough, well, the monster will do too much damage. And you can see here I'm using my new ability. When I press F, it's a blue circle that acts as a force shield to nullify all bombs. I'll get back here. I would beat the level if I hit this, but I want to demonstrate some more, so I'm just going to let myself die on the bottom here. I'm going to retry. I can still use abilities from previous levels here. You can see that in the bottom left here with the dash mana bar. When I click shift, I can dash. It'll make the level a little easier, but you have to use your brain here because it says use this and it's a blue color, and you'll have to figure out that blue is like a friendly color here. So here, like if I get to the bottom, I'm pretty much just dead, right? But let me show you what it looks like to actually beat this. Again, there's terrain navigation, there's obstacle avoidance, there's a time-based challenge. There overall is just trying to avoid like environmental hazards under a certain time crunch. I'm going to use my ability to do that. And the goal here is to escape your mind. And if you escape your mind, somehow you'll maintain this ability in future levels. So when I touch this right here, it shows my mind, everything clears up, and then it jumps to the next cutscene.
This is the cutscene introducing my level. So after you escape your mind in level 4 and unlock the color blue, you now enter a facility where you also must escape, but you can't use your abilities here, so you're stuck using your mind to just solve the puzzles. So the first thing you can do when you get here is talk to the NPC, which will explain that you need to find the password to each computer to escape. So after you click on them, you can now go up to this computer, click the screen, it'll display a riddle to you, and then you have the chance to guess the password. So say you put in the wrong answer each time, it'll tell you it's incorrect and to try again, and it'll gradually decrease your health until eventually you die and have to retry the level. So when you do eventually get the answer right, it'll display a correct message and give you a hint towards the final level. And now you can go to the next riddle, which progressively gets harder. So the answer for this one is and it'll give you another hint. And then you go to the final riddle, where the answer is world. So the riddle spell out save the world. And each of the computer screens only has the colors blue and red because those are the only colors you've unlocked. So to save the world, we need to bring back all the colors. So to solve this last puzzle, you have to realize that the letters you got from the hints unscrambled to spell the word yellow. And so the whole point of this level is to unlock the color yellow. So now that you've unlocked the color yellow, you can go on to the final level to like fight with the boss.
So here we go, guys. Just finished level 5, and we're now on to level 6. After completing the puzzle, a mysterious door opens. Ooh. After collecting red and blue, there's but one primary color ring that is yellow, and it seems we unlocked a new ability, and it says click T to use it. So that sounds cool. As you can see, we have all of these past abilities. We have the block, we have the spin attack, we have the dash, but none of them are really going to help us get through here. It seems we're kind of stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to that cutscene, and we're going to use the new ability, which looks really cool. I don't know what just happened. But it seems like we're blocked off again. So let's try it again, and now we can go through. So it looks like maybe I've got to have to memorize that there's some opening here, and there's something here, so I'm going to have to, okay, time travel or teleport, and we're just going to have to keep working our way through the level. So what we're doing right now is we are actually time traveling. This dark, gloomy version we are in with all these rocks and rubble is the present version of the facilities we are in. They're in ruins. Something must have happened here. But when we time travel to the past, it seems like they're actually in pretty good shape. We can see all these doors are maintained, these caution signs. So something must have happened, and this is kind of interesting. So as we head through, we can realize that maybe that the puzzles that we just solved weren't actually to keep people out, but maybe to keep something in, more specifically the thing that is shooting at us right now. So let's get going. Let's see what is causing this as we fall down this tunnel, switching all the way down, and we can see this big bar blocking here. So we're gonna have to go, and maybe we should listen to these warnings, but I don't think so. So we'll say there's some parkour. Oh, sorry. So there's some parkour here. And let's try and finish parkour, but oh, can't quite make it. So maybe if I see it look bad, it looks like it. So there's some blocks that seem to have disappeared over time. So we're gonna have to parkour, jump, and switch between the time zones if we can actually make the jumps, as we try and see what is shooting at us. As you can also see, the projectiles seem to be making it all the way here into the past. It seems whatever is shooting at us is quite dangerous, so let's get on with it. If I could make these jumps, that would be great. Here we go. And don't worry, if you ever forget a jump, you can just hit a quick little whoop as we try and look around our surroundings. Now, of course, the time travel little problem solving is the only thing you can do. We can still use our other abilities. Oh, if I can actually use them properly, there we go. And as you can see, we can still use them to help us with this parkour if the time travel is a little bit too hard for you. That way it adds still a couple options, and it seems like we're in this nice big final room. Now, time travel, oh, I'm stuck in a block, and if we time travel, we can see that that is the boss. That is the black hole that was chasing us earlier, so we're going to start fighting it like this. You can time travel to block it or to dodge its attack, and as you can see in a second when we see one coming for us, you can actually time travel and boom, use this ability to block. So we're going to manage our cooldowns and let's start fighting this thing. Got to be really careful because if I run out of health, I will die. So let's just hop around this room. We got to dodge, dash, time travel around. We'll wait for our cooldowns to come. We can kind of chill here for a bit until we start seeing more projectiles come for us. So cooldowns are down. I'm going to get ready to go. I'm going to activate my shield, pop back up, and see him over here. So let's be careful. Dash, dash. Be careful. I'm taking a lot of hits here and use my ability and try and get as much damage in. And it looks like we have done it. We have beaten the boss. And it seems like we have now returned color to the galaxy. And we have saved the day. Good job, guys. Thank you for looking at our game. This was Iris. I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave you guys to the cutscene.